Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of Fact Flash. Well, this afternoon I have been joined by two super influential gentlemen sitting with me. So I have been joined by Mr. Pavel Bawa, who is a senior regional manager for University of East London. He's also an educationist. And then I have been joined by a very cool personality. I have Mr. Rohan Rawat, who's again from the Georgian College of Canada. He is the international marketing strategist, and FYI, he has studied at NIFT, if I'm not wrong. So he's also someone who has a lot of knowledge about fashion, and we'll get into that as well. But currently focusing on education and how it looks like for the United Kingdom and then for Canada. So both of these gentlemen are here at Global Alliance in the city of Vadodara, and over the next few minutes we'll be talking to them. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting us.
So we'll start with Mr. Bab. As we talk about education after COVID, every country has seen a hit in the education. When you come right now, you're at Global Alliance. So when you come to India to sort of do counseling with the students, what is it? Because Indian students are so much keen on going to other countries. So what is it that would be your first thought when you come here to speak to the students?
Right. See, everyone, like you mentioned, everyone throughout the world, every one of us have faced the wrath of pandemic, and it was good 2 years that we were locked in our houses, doing the virtual seminars, meeting the students via Zoom or other platforms, n number of them. That was another business boom, a boom for the other companies, the digital companies. But then I'm sure we all agree to it. We got tired of requesting each other to unmute yourself when we are talking on the Zoom platform. So, but it is also an edge that we have received, the digital transformation that every university have inbuilt now. We are putting that in our curriculum also. The teaching pedagogy has been devised. So now when we are coming over here, getting back to the same normal life which we were used to earlier, it's incredibly lovely to be standing in front of the youth crowd who are looking for information, guidance, and that's what we are for. So we like to tell them that exactly what we are here for, the information about the academics that we can provide, why they should look out for their higher education in the UK, which is a renowned destination throughout the world for higher education, has been a legacy of top-ranked universities over there in the UK. And London itself has been continuously being ranked as #1 city for the higher education for all international students by the Guardian or the QS rankings continuously. It's a teeny tiny island, but it has punched way upon its weight in terms of the recognition for international education. That's what we are here to inform the students what exactly they are looking out for. Everyone has a dream. Our students, they have dreams there as well. So how they can accomplish if they are in an environment of our academic environment in our university.
Right. Rohan, the same question for you as well.
Yeah, so for us, it was the other way around. We recruited the highest number in the history in COVID because Canada is like one of the country who didn't close the door for international student in COVID. We learned a lot of new things, especially the virtual world. We had classes virtually. We had student also traveling. There was a travel ban in between when the second wave came. But then I just recently went to Canada to understand when we were having our January intake also as virtual, but all the students were traveling to Canada. So they wanted to have the exposure. They are getting the other kind of jobs, part-time. And then they're still enjoying the journey because they still feel that they are in Canada. They are experiencing Canada. And for us, with COVID, I think COVID is positive, but we are being positive with the approach that yes, students should not suffer. So online, we made it real. We made them and tried our level best to give them the same experience. Only the program which were in person, like the practical-based program, the lab-based program, they were not delivered, but all the program that we could deliver online were given to the student, and student had fantastic reviews, learning, and then we can still see student graduating and getting the placements.
Right. Now, when we talk about UK and Canada particularly. When we look at the UK process, so what does it exactly look like for our viewers to understand it better? And then we talk about the Canada process.
Right. You're talking about the application process.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's very
yeah.
very simple and very student friendly. All we need to understand is how credible a particular student is in terms of being a sponsor for the student visa. A pretty simple process, and we do engage a lot in terms of the compliance prospects as well. Ensuring that the student is thoroughly prepared and guided throughout the process in terms of the guidelines around the documents that they need to submit, the preparation that they need to have in terms of the interview process. They need to engage with the course that they are applying for. They need to understand the relevance of their previous education, the experience, in synchronization with the course that they have applied for, and all together eventually with the future plans, what kind of job they are looking out for. So we completely understand how important this particular decision is for one's career and their personal development, and we ensure a thorough and agile support system throughout the application process, step to step. In fact, Global Clients is one of our trusted partner over here in the Gujarat and India itself, and their team is highly professional and one of the best elite teams I have seen. They are well trained over the product, the processes, and they are here to support our students face to face over here when we cannot travel regularly and be based over here to speak to the students. They are like our extended team members who are speaking to them and supporting them throughout the process, making it as easy for them as possible.
Right.
So I will try to cover it in more layman that, if you're coming to Canada, you should know the reason why you're coming to Canada. Because just rightly said by my colleague, right? Every country have this own advantage because every student will have their own reason to selecting a particular country. So though people think Canada is more immigration friendly, we can settle down, the number one destination for international student. But in the end, what I suggest that students should know what and why they are choosing that country. Once you choose a country, then you should know why this particular program.
Absolutely.
Once you choose the program, why this particular college? Because see, especially when you are in India, never travel to Canada or UK, so you will only see the most famous places. You will imagine in your mind. So you have to see the city where your college is based. You have to see the places that you want to work, right? And then you can take a decision. And as Georgian, like we are the number one co-op college of Ontario. And then right now I'm sitting with one of our, authorized partners, Global Clients, which are there nationally located in most of the regions in India. So application process is something that they are very well aware. Everything is online. But why we visit them so that we can give them the first-hand information, we can give them more awareness, and we can help the student to take a planned and a better decision. And same way we do our training programs. All the counselor here are as equipped as I am with the information about Georgian College and the process, and they guide the student accordingly.
Right. Now, Rohan, why should a student choose Canada over UK?
So as I just mentioned previously, it's all about choosing Coke, Pepsi, and Thumbs Up. They might look same, they might cost same, but you have your own choice. But yes, Canada, one of the most safest country to live. One of the country because especially right now I'm in Gujarat, wherein we say everything is calculated on return of investment. So the return of investment is not just the post-study work permit that you get after doing your course. Like with 2 years, you get 3 years of work permit. But this is a country which is immigration friendly. So if you want to settle down in Canada, you have a good future prospect, but also that depends that you choose the right program, right college, and you end up having a right job. And then world cleanest water and very good multicultural. And I think I myself traveled to so many countries, right? But specifically love Canada being one of the most welcoming country in the world. So out of 5, even real Canadian, you see the 5 white faces, only one is actual Canadian. So they're so welcoming that it doesn't matter where are you from, they welcome you with open heart. So that's why I think the student should choose the country.
Why should someone choose UK over Canada?
Like my dear friend mentioned, it's absolutely completely dependent upon one students, their passion, what exactly their future plans are. Earlier, they, few years down the line, it used to be that a particular country is well known for these particular programs. If you are choosing out for medical, choose this particular country. If you are keen for computer science, career in your computer science, choose this particular country. But now it's not like that. The world has become smaller with the digital transformation, companies having their offices all over the world. So the opportunities are available all over the world. Now, it depends upon the student. What we have seen is, okay, I have my family and my friends over there in that particular country. Let's go over there. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to go there so that I feel less homesickness and more welcome and more comfortable. So it's about the comfort level eventually. You need to get out of your comfort level. So whether that is UK, whether that is Canada, Russia, America, whichever, get out of your comfort zone if you want to evolve and develop. Now, UK has been there in terms of the international recognition for the higher education. The top ranked universities in the world are over there in UK. Of course, they are there in Canada as well. They are there in USA as well. But it's about the culture, the legacy that has been set. Now, London, like I said earlier, is number one for the international student destination. Why? Because students, they choose to go over there. There is nobody, a stranger over there, or someone not from the city or not from the crowd. They are people from 170 over different nations over there. It's a kind of exposure you receive in terms of not just academics, not just digital proficiency, not just the latest industry trends, but also culture, also art, yeah, also the way people think. That's the kind of competitive edge, the environment that students, they get into. And if you don't get out of your comfort zone, you cannot evolve further. So UK, I would say, is one of the most friendly and welcoming destination, like other countries as well. But it is on the student to look at various nebulous factors before they choose a destination.
Right.
And I'm sorry to interrupt. We also, UK also offers PSW, like my dear friend said. All our South Asian students, not just Gujarat. Of course, Gujarati crowd is always more in terms of the return of investment. So UK has also been offering 2 years of post-study work. So whether you have completed 1 year of masters, 2 years of masters, or 3 years of bachelor degree, everybody will be eligible for 2 years of post-study visa.
Right. Now, before we conclude, I have a question. Now, since both of you are Indians and you have been associated with colleges out of India, so there's this particular mentality about Indians that they choose to go abroad, majority of them. So, what is this fascination and where does it come from?
It's a diversification. It's the exposure that students are looking out for. Like, we eventually come down on the same lane that the world is becoming smaller with the advancement in the technology and the digital platform, cultures as well. That is the diversification which is missing from India. Now, India has one of the top ranked universities as well. There is a lot of brainstorm as well. Good, strong percentage of brainstorm happening from India. Why? There is good education structure over here. People are scholars. We have been producing scholars which have done amazing jobs and have been the Nobel Award winners also all over the world, working in NASA or whatnot companies, Google, etc. Yeah, but it is the exposure that eventually everybody wants. Everybody wants to grow as an individual. There is no question mark, no limit to exploring and developing as an individual. So that's what students, they look out for, the exposure that they can get out in an overseas education, overseas destination. They will not be able to secure over here. The industry exposure that they receive from the very first day of their course itself. There is no foundation year and then in the second year you choose your minor or major. No, from day one itself, you are going to study what you wanted to study.
Right.
The specialization itself.
So, Rohan, one last question. When we talk about exposure, which is very true, everyone needs exposure. But on the other hand, we've also had these discussions in India that this is ultimately causing brain drain.
So, like, I would support my colleague. It's all about the exposure, but I will like you asked the question that why students are going abroad, right?
Yeah.
It's not just the exposure. They see their friends succeeding in life. They
Very
could see the success. And I think the most important thing that I see as a layman, right, is seeing student becoming self-dependent. Trust me, in India, like very rightly said, that you need to go out from your comfort zone. So when you are with your family, when you're staying at your home, most like I have my younger brothers, right? So if my younger brother just passed out in 12th, so he'll be dependent on his mom and dad that give me this, give me that. And then he graduates and then he might say, no, I will do a master, but nothing like this happens outside the world. Trust me, on a layman language, a student of class 12 who has gone from India, he started working within 6 months part-time.
True.
Even if he's not working in a big company, he's working in McDonald's, Tim Hortons, Burger King, KFC. If you ask them to do it in your home country, in the home city, they cannot do it because think the other guys will judge you. Other guys will laugh on you. The same student is doing the same job. And when I asked him why you're doing this job, he said, I'm learning teamwork. I'm learning discipline. I'm learning punctuality. Working in McDonald's, I know how to talk, how to greet people, their confidence level, their coordination. He said, if I burn my fries, I might get fired from the job. So he loved the time management, right? So the kind of exposure, the kind of culture these countries carry, make a student a better individual. And I think this is for what a student is going. So you compare a student who gone at 18 years of age and he come back at 23, the kind of independent student who iron, who cook, who have his own money spending. Otherwise, in India, trust me, in my own family, we will be more dependent. So it is just to break the barrier of that comfort zone. They could be, they can do it here in India, but once they go there and see everyone doing it, right, they tends to do it and become better individuals.
Very well answered. Thank you so much,
Thank
gentlemen,
you.
for being here with us.
Yeah.
So, this were two influential gentlemen, like I initially said. Now, they are here for Global Alliance and they have been collaborating with them. So, over the upcoming days as well, we'll be coming up with more interviews like this. So, make sure that you keep watching the Fact Flash. Thank you.